The Wars of Dispossession, how AmaXhosa resisted imperialism for 100 years, from 1779 until 1877. And through these wars, we see kings like King Maqoma, King Yinsa, King Sandile, and King Jalamba. So the story begins in 1652, when the first European settlers made their ways to the shores of Cape Town. Mebafika laphaya, they were welcomed by the people. AmaXhosa often shared land nalabantu without any battles. However, these people can never be satisfied. So, in 1779, they crossed the Fish River, entering Xhosa territory. Mebafika in the territory of the Xhosa, they did what is known as the Scorched Earth Policy. So, Scorched Earth Policy means ukuthi you burn crops, whether the crops you are burning are of the people you're fighting or not. You poison water, regardless of ukuthi citizens also have access to that water or not. You burn houses, regardless of labo bantu you are burning their houses balwa nawe or not. And most importantly, you seize cattle. And you must understand ukuthi thina as Africans, cattle is part of our social identity. It's part of our personal identity nakhona. Yabo. So labantu laba babatshontsha nama-cattle nje, they just crossed the line. So King Jalamba retaliated, and from there the war began. So the war began from 1779, and they were fighting against the Boers, led by Adrian and Commandos. So Commandos are a group of small regiments, in which maybe consisting of maybe 20 people. Each individual is well armed and heavily armed, fighting against Tina. And back then we didn't have guns yet. We relied on our traditional ways of fighting. So regardless of them having better guns, not even better guns, regardless of them having guns, regardless of them having better artillery, regardless of them having better technology, regardless of them having a well-organized army, which was called Commandos, they could not defeat AmaXhosa. Not even an inch of land was taken from AmaXhosa by labantu laba. From 1779 till 1811. So when laba balwa from 1779 till 1811, until they saw it, actually we are losing. This is a losing battle. We cannot defeat labantu laba. But bebahlehlile emuva, ama-Boers, kwafika a more powerful army, the superpower at the time. Kwafika ama-British. So ama-British mawafika, bona their guns are even better than ama-Boers, their artillery is even better than ama-Boers, like everything, even their technology is even better than ama-Boers. So laba mebafika, ama-British mawafika, afike recruit a few members of the commandos, a few Boers, to attack AmaXhosa. And unfortunately, in 1811 till 1812, AmaXhosa lost its territory of the Fish River and were forced to flee inwards. And the British annexed their territory. So, laba meba annex territory, some of members of the Xhosa family, of the Xhosa royal families remained, some Xhosa chiefs remained, and if they remained as subjects of the British Empire. They no longer had their independence. So, in 1818, kwaqala another phase of the war. Mara yaqala nguNdlambe, the then king of the Xhosa people. Mara uNdlambe, njoba sase bekayi king, but he wasn't like the rightful king, bekabambele umshana wakhe uNgqika. So bese kumele anikeze uNgqika his power back. uNdlambe didn't want to give uNgqika his power because he believed ukuthi uNgqika was an ally of the British. He believed ukuthi uNgqika had sold out his people and bekangeke azakwazi ukuzimela as an individual. So baba nama-skirmishes. It was a bit of a civil war between the uNgqika and uNdlambe. So there was skirmishes. And uNgqika, because uNgqika wasn't a military genius, wacela his oldest son, uJonga Ubusobovu Maqoma to lead this battle, yangithola. So uNgqika lento bebam accusela yona angeke ngisho ukuthi they were right or they were wrong, yabo, but uNgqika asked for backup from the British to fight uNdlambe, which is very unfortunate, yangithola. So uNgqika and uNdlambe had a war, and uNgqika won that war with assistance from the British. So this would be known as the Battle of Amalinde, and this battle was the first battle King Jonga Umsobovu Maqoma had participated in. So after the battle, King Jonga Umsobovu naye was not happy ngendlela ubabakhe had was not happy with the relationship ubabakhe had with the British, yabo. So now he broke off from his father uNgqika, and he created Amajingi, which was like a tribe yakhe Nyana, yabo, where he led the tribe. After forming Amajingi, uMaqome and his new people settled in a mountain known as Intaba Kababa, and the Xhosa had now settled in an area known around the Cat River, since Baba Pushile from the Fish River, yabo. However, in their new territory, the Cape Commanders came bazosettlela near the Cat River, creating another battle between the British and the Xhosa. And at this time, uMaqoma is angry mfethu. Kuthi nina 1811 you pushed us away from the Fish River and now you're gonna pay. So uMaqoma leads an army of 10,000 regiments to attack these new Cape Commanders abaqeda land la a Cat River. And at the time, the king of the Xhosa people was King Yinza, yabo. And King Yinza didn't like send a military support to King Jonga Umsobovu Maqoma, but he did give him ama blessings, so you can proceed, baba. And Maqoma did just that, yabo. Proceed 10,000 men strong, and they defeated lama commanders langa babasettlile lapha, yabo. However, Henry Smith, the British commander at the time, was not pleased ngalaiding, yabo. And who is Henry Smith? Henry Smith was a British commander ephuma eBritain straight, yabo. And bekaqeda kula nabo France in the Napoleon Wars, yabo. So this guy from defeat France, a military superpower, and uzolwa nathi abantu nje abaphethe imkhonto, mara ngabo 1820 something we did have a couple of guns at least, but still we were no match to him, yabo. So Henry Smith kept sending it back up to a Cat River, kept sending it back up, kept sending regiments, but akushintsha kwenzakala next, the Kharhabi bamile are strong, unshaken, yangithola, until Henry Smith akhenyeke, yabo. And they start blaming King Yinza, claiming ukuthi you are the leader of the Xhosa, you are the main leader of amaXhosa. So if this thing happens, clearly means ukuthi you have a hand, and if you're not willing to help us, you must send us 1,000 men to defeat the Kharhabi, yangithola. Athini King Yinza athi akuna stress, I'll send you 1,000 men to defeat amaKharhabi, yangithola. Did he send them? Azange. Until laba baba uthi no man, King Yinza ngathi uyashaya angeke aze abasende lama regiments, yabo. So Henry Smith no watshela uBenjamin Durban, yabo. uBenjamin Durban, yabo, iDurban, when you claim you're going to Durban, the place is named after him, yabo. So Henry Smith told Durban to go and capture King Yinza, and Durban took an army to capture King Yinza. So King Yinza, him as an individual, is more like King Mushweshwe, yabo. These people are diplomatic. Not good, they cannot fight, or they do not believe in war, but if the situation can be fixed without using violence, they opt for inane violence, yabo. So King Yinza wanted to have a conversation with Henry Smith, yabo, now Benjamin Durban. Then wahamba King Yinza and went to these people to negotiate, yabo. How uthi mekafika lapha King Yinza, these people ambushed him. Then bamfasa, yangithola. Then bamtshela ukuthi wena uzotshela your people to surrender. Yangithola? And if not, there will be consequences. Yangithola? And you'll pay us 50,000 cattle to compensate for the damages. Yangithola? Mara obvious, regardless of him being a diplomat, that doesn't mean he's a coward. Yangithola? So King Inza attempted to escape. Yabo? Then Benjamin attempted ukumdubula and he failed. But uGeorgie Saudi was successful in shooting King Inza. And unfortunately, King Inza, death yakhe wasn't like the best of passings for a king, yabo. His body was mutilated. Labantu laba bamkhipha indlebe, labantu laba bamkhipha amazinyo. Then they amputated his head, yangithola, and they kept it as a trophy, yangithola. And you must understand, labantu laba yithi ama-savages, labantu laba yibo aba-civilized, mara bayenza izinto lezi ezi-so barbaric, yangithola. Then after that, then some of ama regiments found umzimba kaKing Inza without a head. Labantu laba batshontshe some of his beads, yangithola. And ama regiments of King Inza found umzimba wakhe without a head, and they took umzimba wakhe to be buried in the royal family or in the royal house, yabo, wherever like ama kings are buried. Mara even namanje in 2025, ikhanda laka King Inza is yet to be returned to the people. Yangithola, lihleli lapha somewhere in a museum or somewhere nje. After the passing of King Inza, the war still continues, and now King Sandile is in power. In 1846, a Khoi man who had been aligned with the Boers and the British was transporting a Xhosa chief to a Grahamstown. Ithi le Khoi man isahamba with this Xhosa chief. A regiment from the chief le attacked the Khoi man and they killed him, sparking yet another war. Yabo? So this king le was arrested because he had stolen an axe. Hence, the war le was called the War of an Axe. So now amaXhosa were fighting the Khoi, the Fengu. Ama-Fengu were abantu who were running away from Imfencane. And basithola banganamhlaba, basithola base-Eastern Cape nabo, nase-Western Cape, yabo. And they aligned themselves nama-British. So the Xhosa was fighting the Khoi, ama-Fengu, the Boer commanders, and ama-British. Kushuthi when these people bese basipakanyela ke is when genocide occurred on the Xhosa people, yabo. Ngoba phela manje we overwhelmed mfethu, abantu laba bayalwa mfethu, yabo. We are being overwhelmed, and we lost abantu abaningi in the war of axes, yabo. Many soldiers lost their life, yangithola. Mara still the fighting spirit continued until a prophet known as uMlanjeni had a prophecy. Uthi no man, ibhamu zalabantu laba cannot harm us. Yangithola, amabhuleti wabo cannot touch us. Therefore, thina as amaXhosa we must rise and we must fight. Yangithola. And from lawo magama kaMlanjeni, another revolution occurred. Yangithola. Yeah, another war began. Kwaliwa futhi. Yangithola. So uProphet okay, this war of the axis displaced like abantu abaningi, yangithola. So the British, after displacing abantu abaningi, claimed ukuthi wonke umuntu ohlala e-Eastern Cape and Western Cape is now under the British colony. And uKing Sandile, a cousin nakaMaqoma, azange wavuma ukuthi that will never happen. So the British blamed uSandile for the rising of amaXhosa, for lento le show uMlanjeni ukuthi people must rise and they must fight. And the British blamed uSandile, claiming who instigated this thing, yabo. So uHenry Smith sent an army to take uSandile, yangithola, not knowing ukuthi uSandile, maybe he knew, maybe he did not. Obviously he knew, yabo, but uSandile had a backup of uMaqoma, yangithola. So in this battle, it was amaHlubi, amaMpondo, amaNgqika, Amampondomise, like the entire Xhosa nation was united for this last battle, for this great battle. Yangithola. So uHenry Smith uthi makathumela la madoda lanka to attack uSandile. Kanti uMaqoma, like bese okay, uSandile sent abantu to go and watch ukuthi ama enemies wakhe how are they moving, yabo. But mebasamove basasondela, uMaqoma wabalanda basasendleleni halfway to uSandile, yabo, still on a journey. I think they were like 6 kilometers away from where uSandile is. Yangithola. uMaqoma waba-ambusha ke from there. Basasendleleni bangakasethi i-artillery, bangakaphathi ibhamu, bangakayenzi next. Basaplan ukuthi kahle mesifika lapha sizoyenzani. uMaqoma wafika ba-ambusha and none of them came out alive. Then after that ambush, uMaqoma and obvious amanye ama-Xhosa chiefs, yabo, amaHlubi, amampondomisi, amampondo, bonke attacked ama-bases of i-Britain, attacked ama-British bases. Yangithola. Kusho ukuthi manje war nje seyengenye indlela mfethu. Yangithola. And laba nje they never stood a chance against thina. Yangithola. Then they fought, but ke laba bathola i-ground futhi and they raised an army. Yangithola. Then uMaqoma went to in the mountains of Amathole. Yangithola. Yeah, nakhona even in the mountains of Thina, we biza in the mountains of Amathole, but bona they call it Mount Misery. Ngoba every regiment, every army bengena kule ntawa leya uMaqoma beka kuyo, beyiphuma ingasaphelele, ingena abantu abayi100, kuphuma abantu abayi20. Yangithola. It was a mountain of misery for them. Yangithola. They bebangana chance. Yangithola. So yeah, that's how the war continued until unfortunately kuba history saka Nongqawuse in 1856, yabo. So uNongqawuse was a Xhosa prophet which said ukuthi amaXhosa should murder ikhehli labo ngoba athi she had a prophecy, yabo. So unfortunately after amaXhosa had murdered most of their cattle, there was great famine, yabo. And the famine there allowed amaXhosa to be subjugated ngoba some of them needed imisebenzi, some of them no longer had their cattle, yangithola. And unfortunately that is how labantu laba had the upper hand and ended up annexing i-Eastern Cape ne-Western Cape, yangithola. Mara njena nje power to uMaqoma, power to Hintsa, power nje to all these revolutionaries,